This is the power pyramid. Behind me we have two tiers of different types of lead-acid batteries. Here on my left are sealed absorbed glass mat lead-acid battery, and then behind me are a tubular lead-acid battery. So these are two of the three tiers that we have represented here in our peak shaving demonstration system. Getting the patent is very exciting. It's something that I think a lot of companies are looking at, and we just beat them to the punch, so to speak.
We're pretty excited about the patent. It gives us an edge in a market that seems to be needing some differentiation in terms of the value proposition that the technology can bring to the solution set. The hybrid battery has the opportunity to last substantially longer than any single chemistry, and so that will give EaglePicher an advantage going to market for an asset that'll live several years longer than a single chemistry solution.
I think what we do is so unique, and it's a capability that doesn't exist anywhere else. For us, you know, we're in New York City, we're putting systems in high-rise buildings. They just don't have the grid capability to be able to provide the energy when they need it. So when they come to us and we can provide this type of unique solution, it allows us to not only provide energy during Superstorm Sandy, Hurricane Sandy, during tragic events, but it also provides a huge savings for these building owners that are paying exorbitant amounts for time of day usage or for peak demand usage. So really our key is we can provide a system that is unique, that's not like everybody else out there, that provides real value and real longevity, that provides a value to a customer that's much different than anyone else can.
You can apply this in a microgrid application. If you have a small island off in the tropics where you need reliable power and you want to integrate solar or wind, you need an energy storage system such as this, or you're going to have unreliable power. Here in the Midwest, we have a lot of wind farms popping up, and the integration of that into the power grid is something that's critical for energy storage to ease that integration. And we're working with a number of different people on finding some projects for that.
We're all users of electricity, and so the only alternative to coal and nuclear is really the opportunity to put in wind and solar. But wind and solar adds instability to the grid, not stability, because you never know when the cloud's going to pass across the sun and occlude the solar panels, or you never know when you're going to get gusts and the wind dying down. So you need something to balance that out.
So what happens as the grid gets more congested? We have to pay more for energy that we use and the time of the day that we use the energy. So for the average citizen, you may not realize it, but the increases that you're seeing in your utility bills over time is a function of the grid just not being able to provide the energy. So as we put more and more of these systems out there and we have the ability to control them, we actually make the grid more efficient, which ultimately will drive costs down and allow integration of renewable energy, but also just more efficient use of the energy that's out there now.
The advantage of the power pyramid patent is that as chemistry evolves, and it always does, from alkaline to lead acid, from lead acid to nickel cadmium, from nickel cadmium to nickel metal, from nickel metal to lithium ion. As that chemistry evolves, there will be something after lithium ion. And whatever that chemistry is, we'll be able to bring that into the power pyramid, regardless of what chemistry becomes dominant in the future.
Right now what we do is very large systems. For large buildings, for large manufacturing plants, we see a day in the future where renewable energy generation creates the ability to store that energy and release it. So just like your cell phone network was decentralized and you no longer have a home line in a lot of cases, you'd be able to do the same thing with power, where I can generate and store my own power and use it when I need it, therefore eliminating a lot of the grid needs that you have now and really open up a lot of opportunities for consumers.
This is a really nice thing for EaglePicher to have that I don't think a lot of companies have, is their own demonstration system at their facility that they can work on. They don't have any customers asking them to do specific things with it. We can do whatever we want with this system.
It was interesting. I was at a conference the other day, and one of the head of one of the utility companies turned to me and he says, if wind and solar are ever going to be successful in the future, it's going to be because of you guys. And I certainly believe that that's the case.